Hi everyone, welcome to, I guess this is my continuation of part 3 of my necklace that I'm working on. I'm basically just making the components for the necklace. This is what I've gotten done so far in the past few videos. This is, I think, my 3rd video, but you can watch the accumulation of all the videos. I've gotten 3 spacer beads. And if you haven't watched the other videos, this I had done there. I'm keeping my tails on because I don't want to work them in just yet, because I now have to do more beading, and I just don't want to plug up the small beads with all these tails. And then if I glue and I have to bring my bead through, let's say a bead that already's got glue on it, I can't get my needle through. So doing this. Today I think I want to do some more of my beaded beads, I think, because this is going to be the main thing of how many I'm going to need, and this is going to be the main component, I guess, which will dictate how long the necklace is going to be. Make a really nice chunky bracelet too. And then I'm going to have the spacers go in like this. And then I have these little teardrops, which are going to hang off the spacers like this. And then I am going to have this as part of like a main piece here. And I'm thinking about adding a round piece up here, so that way it's like a nice, like for example, you know, have a, not this spacer, but just as an example, like a round stone, and do this in the round stone at the top, and that way at least it gives it a little bit more, you know, bulk to it. But I haven't really decided yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and start making my beaded beads. And if you want to make these beaded beads, these are, I would say, part 2 of my cathedral bead video. So in the video I tell you, if you want to make the bead cap, stop here. If you want to make the beaded bead, stop here. And if you want to make the pendant, continue on to the end of the video. So if you want to make the cathedral beads, go find that video, which I will link to later once I'm done and I edit, when I upload this video. Okay, so let me start. I'm gonna get some fire line. And you'll probably hear me talk out loud, and that's only because I want you to hear my thinking. In the very first video, when I wasn't sure the direction I wanted to go in for this video, I basically was talking out loud so you can hear my thought process. And okay, and so I was talking out loud because I wanted you guys to hear my thought process on how I design something. I don't think linearly. I will bead a component and I will take it from there. So I'll be like, well, maybe this will work. Nah, that's not working. Let me do this. No, that's not working. And then we do that. So my red rondelles, I'm going to bring these over here. I'm going to push these over here. So bring my rondelles. I'm going to bring a scoop over here, and I'll push these here, and then I think I'll do these tonight. Let me see. Feel free to say hello if you are in the live, if you are in the rewatch. Hello, hello. Feel free to ask any questions in, you know, leave it in the comments. So now what I'm doing is I'm just bringing my needle back through all 4. So I'm making a bead cap. And this is not a tutorial. This is just a live with you watching me create a necklace. This is pretty much a very, very long version of a YouTube tutorial, because in the YouTube tutorial, if I was going to do this, I think I might I would probably only show you how to do the rondelle, how to do the bead, and how to do this, and then show you how I put everything together. I would not show you me making the rondelles, I don't know how many times for how many beads that I have. So this is a very long version of a tutorial. So now what I'm doing is I just did Pondo stitch. It's a very pretty stitch. I like it. And these bead caps work up pretty quickly. I'm going to see about coming live going forward on Thursdays between 6 and 8 p.m. And then I'll go through my step up. And now I have to count 8 around so I know that I'm not missing my step up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, and my step up. Skip over the bead and go. My step up. I'm going to do a round of rondelles. Round rondelles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm going to do a round of seed beads. You can see how quickly this works up, because once I do the round of seed beads, then we just have one more row to do. So you can see how fast this was. And it's a really, really pretty bead cap too with these rondelles. You can see I'm not really pulling too tight right now, so it's not cupping. But once I pull tight, I will. And there we are. So now you'll see, there it is. There, very pretty. And now I'm on my last round. And this is my last of my black seed beads. I really need to place an order for black seed beads. You can see how pretty it is. go there. And our last one. And now what I'm gonna do is get my so it's coming off of that rondelle up there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my needle up at the top. Gonna go there. I'm going to come through this rondelle. Just like that. And I'm going to stick my needle over here on the side. Come down here. Gonna do one last pull. And now I got it out by the other tail here, and I'm just gonna tie it. Okay, there's my scissors. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this. Just going to cut that. I'm okay with leaving a little bit of a tail because it's going to get hidden underneath there. So we'll just put that there. I have enough thread to do one more and maybe join the two. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure I do. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could probably make one of these beads in 20 minutes if I was going really fast at it. I'm just taking my time tonight. Just gonna go back through all 4 beads. Okay, and here we go. So I just started this 11 minutes ago and I've already gotten one of these done, which is pretty cool. And I'm not really rushing. 3 and then 4. I'm definitely gonna have I have an idea for a beautiful bracelet utilizing pondo stitch, so I'm gonna probably do that. I'll schedule something out. But I'm actually gonna be working on a nice gothic necklace. It may not be this one, but it's gonna be a nice gothic necklace for Halloween. Or for whatever day you want throughout the year. I like wearing gothic stuff, even when it's not Halloween. So I got 1. 2. 3. 4. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. You can see how it just started to cup already. And now, so it's okay if it's easier for me to hold if it's flat. So now we're already on the rondelles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, and 8. And now once again we'll do, we're already on our second to last row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now I'll just cup that, and then we'll just continue around. And we're on our last row. That was fast. All right. One, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. All right, there we are. There's our second bead cap. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work this back up. Where's my rondelle? My thread is exiting. Again, that top rondelle. Just like this. We'll come through the rondelle. And now I'm going to come down here through the side. And then I'm going to pull. Oh, nope. I want you to go that way. I'm going to pull. I'm going to tie this off, but I'm only going to cut off this tail, not my working thread. Because now what I want to do, I think that's still a little, all right, let me cut a little bit more off. I have a feeling that's going to stick out. Okay, so now that I cut that off, now what I want to do is I want to come up through here. I want to bring my needle back up through here. I think I'm going to go through this next rondelle just to make sure things look cool. Go through the seed bead. I'll just come through the rondelle, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my needle right down this center hole because I want to make sure that the thread comes through that center hole, and then I'm going to add my glass bead. And the only reason why I'm doing this and bringing my needle through is because the thread will hold the hole of the glass bead in place, so that way you might have to boop 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 a little bit, but there it is. And if I didn't do this, then the hole could rotate and you'll never have a beaded bead. And then I'll take this bead cap, I'll come right through the center up the top there, and then I will do this. And now what I'll do is, because this is pretty all right, it's like not going to stay in place, I'll just grab the bead cap. I will do this. And I'll go through a couple beads just to give it enough friction. So that way you can see I can pull it. I'll pull tight, just like that. And that way it'll still hold itself in place. And then I will come down here, here, and then this bead here. And you can see that it's not gonna come out. But if you want, you could take it before you start doing anything, pull a little bit more tight, and then I'm gonna start joining them. Okay. So now I need this and these. Pick up 1, 2, 2, and I'll come down here. And I'll pick up 1, 2. Alrighty, come down here. This is such a pretty bead the pretty beaded bead. Very gothic, which I love, love. I was thinking about doing a line off of Silver Snake Designs and calling it Dark Snake Designs, and then just doing like gothic-y stuff, you know, with the crow, and just because I don't want to put it under my Silver Snakes Designs, but I think it would be really good under Dark Snake Designs. The Dark Snake. I don't know. Okay, come in. All right, and we are on our last cage. And there we are. Another pretty beaded bead. And now I'm just going to get this up here. I'm going to get my needle as close as I can to the top here. And I don't mind if my knot is on the outside because it's going to be hidden by the rondelle. So we'll do 1, 2. This is a half hitch knot that I learned. I'm going under a thread. I'm making a loop and I'm bringing my needle through that loop. I learned this in sewing class and I figured it would work well in beading. And now I'm going to, because I'm no longer putting any beads in here, this bead is already done, I'm going to put a little drop of glue. Boop. A little boop. And then gonna get it so that way I get it like right into that whole area, right in there, and there you go. All right, do that, do that. We'll put the beaded bead off to the side. All right, so we've got 6 beads made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. So I just want to see where I am. See, I didn't like this rondelle because that's striped. I'm going to put that over there. So what I want to do is I just want to see where I am. So I'm going to take some thread because I'm going to use this for my next bead caps to make more beaded beads. But I just want to see where I am necklace wise. So I'm going to pick up a rondelle. I'm going to get a better string than this. Pick up a beaded bead. I just want to see where I am. I'm going to get thicker thread. Or if not, I may do a couple passes through with the, this is my last rondelle. Here's my beaded bead. So here is in essence what it's going to look like if it was on a string. I'm probably not going to be able to get this one on, but we'll see. Probably not. Oh, I guess so. Look at that. So here is the length I've got so far, which is not very much. Where's my, oh, here it is. Let's see what I've got so far. Oh, we got about 4 inches. Okay. So let me do this. Where is my, let me write down. You guys should get a recipe book because this shows you how I did this to make this. This is going to be a YouTube tutorial. This one already is. It's called Trinity Knot. So if you want to make that, go ahead. But this will be a YouTube tutorial coming up. Let me see here. Vampire Tears continued. So, a bead, rondelle, bead, rondelle, bead, 1, 2, 3, a rondelle, bead, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4 beads, 4 rondelles equals 4 inches. So if I'm going to do an 18-inch necklace, 18 divided by 4 should be 4.5 units times wait, that's not right. Oh, because I got to move 18. Okay. So I need 18 beads and 18 rondelles. Are you kidding me? Does that really work out to one of these equals just to 1 inch? I do a little bit of math too with my, did I do my math right? Yeah, because it's 4 inches. Yeah, that should be right. Oh, get out of town. It is 1 inch. Can you believe that? So a 1 bead and 1 rondelle equals 1 inch. I could have just measured that. 1 bead plus 1 rondelle equals 1 inch. We did a math. I wasn't very good in school with math, to be honest with you. But, okay. So let's take these off and let's start working on the other. So we'll put our little things over here. I don't know, maybe we'll put those there so you guys can see. 2, 3. I think the reason why I'm waiting till the end to do the rondelles is because they are tough. This is cubic right angle weave with size 11s with these beads and size 11 15s, size 11 in the red and the black. And to get my needle through those little holes to close the cubic right angle weave is difficult. So let me see what I have here. Okay, beaded bead. Let's move you back over here. Oh, you go over here. And you go over here. And now take some of you. There you go. All right. What time is it? 6:13. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4. There's one. Actually, I'm gonna put a little music on. I'm gonna put my music on a little quiet so you guys can't hear it, because I'm probably gonna get like a copyright strike if I do have music on here, and you guys could hear it and the tubes picks it up. There. Now you guys can't hear the right music. At least you guys shouldn't be able to. Okay. I wonder if I should just put my headphones in so I can hear my music, but you can't. Whatever. Okay. And then I'm gonna do my step up. I just want to try and get through these next 2 beads, because right now I've got 1, 2, 3, I got 6. I'm definitely not going to have enough of these black size 11s to do 18 beads and 18 rondelles. One thing I like about doing these live videos too is I also get to time myself just to see how long a project takes. So I can add the time of these live videos for my vampire tears and be like, yep, I did 8 hours, I did 16 hours, so... And then you guys get to see the process too, instead of like a condensed version in a YouTube tutorial. So you guys get to see the behind the scenes. Okay, come here. Go through the next bead. Oh, how many did I put on? Well, that's all right. I think I figured it out. I think this is bead number 4. Nope, I think this is it. Yeah, I heard. Okay, this is my step up. We're going to do a round of rondelles. 1, Where is my bag of beads? Oh, there they are. All right, so it looks like and there's that. And then we're going to do, now we're on our second to last row. This, I swear, this really works up very fast. It's a beautiful bead, and you can have this done in like 20 minutes. Okay. And our last one, come through here. I'm gonna pull it tight. You can see how it cups. Now, do our last round. That was fast. So if I can offer you guys words of advice on beading, and the first thing I want to tell you is know your stitches, learn all your stitches, and keep little samples of your stitches. So if you want to see peyote stitch, do a peyote stitch sample. If you want cubic right angle weave, keep a cubic right angle weave sample, because what's going to happen is if you have an idea for a project and you want to get it out of your head and into the real world, or even if you sketch it out on paper, knowing a variety of stitches will definitely help you in achieving your goal. Like, for example, I learned bead embroidery and peyote stitch for this. If I didn't know how to do bead embroidery or close a bale or anything, it would be hard for me to make this. Or if I didn't know cubic right angle weave and peyote stitch, I wouldn't be able to make this. So knowing your stitches will really help you in creating, getting something out into the real world that's in your head. Okay, so here's my So I'm going to come up through there. Here's the bead cap. Look how pretty. All right, now that's coming out of that rondelle on the top there. So now, one, two, three. Pull a little bit tighter. It's coming out of that rondelle. So I will come through here and here. And then I'll bring my needle down onto this side there. Here's that. I will tie. Just like that. I will cut. We'll put our little bead cap off to the side. All right. Oh, let me put my, don't want my glue drying out. And also too, don't get frustrated if you don't know how to do a stitch. You can learn it and keep doing it over and over again to get the muscle memory, but always keep a recipe list, because you will forget. I've done stitches before and I'm like, what do I do again? I forget how to do my own work. Like if I was to do my pillow talk beads that I did, maybe I think those came out last year, a video I did last year. Oh, I couldn't tell you how to do it now. I'd have to rewatch my video. But because I wrote it down in my little recipe book, I can just quickly look at my notes and be like, okay, that's what I do. First round this, second round that, instead of going through my videos. But yeah, I look back at my videos just to see what I made, and I'm like, what did I do with that again? Because I know a lot of stitches, and there's still some stitches I'm learning. Like this was a brand new stitch that I just recently learned, so you'll probably see my most recent videos utilizing projects with this stitch. This is Pondo stitch. So, and then I get on my stitch kicks because I'm like, oh, I just learned a new stitch. What can I do with it? And so I have lots of fun. I made, oh, I'm wearing them too. These are my cherry blossom earrings, which I think is a couple months ago, July, these came out. And this utilizes Pondo stitch and ladder stitch. And I made these because I wanted to make the blossoms. I wanted to make little tiny blossoms and then little buds. And I used the dark bronze beads to make it looks like branches. So that's what I did, and I absolutely love these earrings. They're too cute. But yeah, I utilized Pondo stitch for that. I've got a bracelet design coming up, but I'm not sure when that'll happen. And just like that. Okay. So we're on our second bead cap. I wish I could just make these bead caps, but I can't. I need the string to go through the hole of the bead so that the hole of the bead does not migrate. Okay, so now I gotta do 8. And count 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like I had just enough rondelles. And 8. There we go. Pretty, pretty. Okay. Now I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. I'm gonna pull, and then we're on our last row already. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You know, I was just thinking I need to buy myself some black jewelry displays, because all I have is white for silver snake designs. But if I'm gonna do dark snake designs and do gothic line, then I really should get myself some black jewelry displays. 1, 2, 3. All right. All right, let's see now. Okay. Now I have to get, it's up at that rondelle on the top there. So I'm gonna bring my thread up here. I'm gonna go through this rondelle. Let me see. Yep, okay. Let me go through this seed bead, and then I'll come down here on this side. Oops. I'll just tie this off. Oh, yes, okay, yes, I wanna cut this off, but not my working thread. Okay, and then I'm gonna come back up through the side here. I will come through here. And then I will come down here. Pick up my glass bead. Add my rondelle. There. And come down here, and I'm just gonna, since this is still a bit loose, I'm just gonna pull tight. There. I'm gonna do this since it's easier for me to work in this direction. I think I have enough little 15s. So I'll pick up 2, 1, 1, 2. And now I will go through that bead right there. Come down here. And then I will go through there. Come up through here. 1, 2. Come down here. Well, let me move these over here so I'm not bending my wrists. There we go. Ah, come on. There we go. Do I have enough size 15s and blacks here? I think so. I think so. I have been doing something that is very weird recently, where I have just been pouring out the correct number of beads that I need. And no, I haven't done that here. Okay, I have one more to go. I'm 3 beads short. Where's my 15s? These my 15s? Yes. And since I'm going to be doing a lot of these beads, let me pour them out now. And, oh, definitely need more rondelles. Where are my rondelles? Definitely gonna need more, so I'll just put those there. Oop. And also, I keep a little goodie bag of all my beads together of a project that I'm working on. So if something comes up and I need to move all this aside, I can put it all in my goodie bag and just keep the project together. Okay, and now I'm doing my last 15s. And then there. And now I'm just gonna come over here. And then I'm gonna go under a thread. One, two, pulling up some of these beads, and 3. There. That's, what did I do? Did I throw it out? I always do that. I like to use a little toothpick. Oops, that's too much glue. And I like to use the Gel Control Loctite because it's gel control and I can control it. and it doesn't turn into a liquidy mess. And then I just like to do that. I can use the GS Hypo Cement, but I can't see. The hole is very small, which I really like the nozzle too, but the cap has like this needle that goes into the hole. And I can't see the hole in the needle, even when I wear my magnifiers from CVS. Okay. What time is it? Yeah, I think I can do... Can I do one more bead? I gotta make a phone call, so before it hits 7. So I think what I'm going to do is end here. I will continue in future lives. Keep an eye out for my YouTube tutorials. I'm gonna have another one come out soon. Eventually I think I will have Vampire Tears as a YouTube tutorial, but I also want to work on a fun little gothic pendant for Halloween. And thanks for being here, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.